What was I going to say?
The fights, you watch them in Mexico.
Yeah, I did not see. I only saw the highlights of the Holmes Cyborg fight.
So you didn't watch it?
I watched everything else.
Except for you left during the main event?
And I found most of the fight. Yeah, I had to. I had to.
You know what happened?
I'll tell you why.
Hold on, no. Let me stop you. You illegally streamed it again.
I sure didn't.
You did.
I'll tell you what happened.
You did.
The game
you
was
did
over.
Not leave
the Miami game was
during
over.
The main
no,
event.
the Miami. You can time. The Miami game was over.
Okay.
And my dad and my brother-in-law, let's get out of here. I was like, but and I had to leave.
You went, but the main event's up.
Yeah.
What were your favorite fights?
I thought most of them, and I'm going to be honest with you, were a total fucking snooze.
They were boring as fuck.
Boring
right?
as fuck to me.
That's
I mean, I was like, well, you know,
and
not to be a dick.
And it hurts me because I have people over
damn
for the fights, which I usually like to watch them by myself. But Todd came over, my dad, my stepmom's there,
Yeah.
Joe's there, her friends are there. I ordered all this food, and it's a good time. And they're not really into the fights. Todd bet on it. Made him some bank off my underdog picks.
You did?
Anyways. So, but when it's a boring night, oh my God.
Oof.
My dad went outside during the middle of the main event. I go, Dad, what are you doing? Through the window, what are you main event? He goes,
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't
I
care.
went, fuck.
Yeah.
Where if they're good fights, even if you're not a real avid fan, you can still get into it.
I have a question.
They were fucking snoozy.
They were snoozy. And I'm
you know what?
including...
It's not the UFC's fault. Listen, UFC pay-per-views are like Starburst. They can't all be red and
No,
pinks.
they can't.
Sometimes you get yellows and oranges.
But I've always had Carlos Condit in my top 3 welterweights all time in a lot of ways. I just think he's so
Still?
fucking good. Well, here's my
called
question.
Neil Magny.
Here's my question. I found, and we talk about this, he's got a lot of wear and tear on him. I've never seen Carlos Condit kick and get his foot caught that many fucking times.
Neil's very good.
That's fine. I've never seen
It's a
Carlos
bad matchup
Condit.
for Carlos, too.
Why? Because it's the height and cardio?
No, Neil just, he's damn near impossible to knock out. He's long. He's athletic.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about being,
Flashy,
showtime.
yeah,
He'll just
yeah.
take you down over and over.
Yeah.
He doesn't take a lot of risks.
I'm surprised.
Carlos had so long off. He's talked about retirement.
Yeah, man.
Neil's not.
He just
the only time Neil loses is if the guy's world-class jiu-jitsu. So he lost to Dos Anjos, Damian Maia, and that other motherfucker in Brazil who triangled the fuck out of him. Other than that, he's beat Kelvin Gastelum, Johnny Hendricks, Hector Lombard. Like, he beats everybody else. Carlos Condit beats everybody else as long as you're not world-class on the
I
ground.
found Carlos to be a step slow. I really did. I think he was just
fast.
Just
I think
slower.
I think it's a number of things. I think he probably should stop.
Yep.
He's talked about stop.
Yep.
When he's
When you talk
about
about it,
it's
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
When you already have one foot out, it's over
Not
because
in this
Neil's
game.
not talking
Not in
about
this
that.
game, yeah.
Not in the top 15. You just can't compete.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a bad
fucking love
matchup.
Carlos
Me
Condit.
too. One of my favorite people of all time. I think it's a matter of the matchup was bad, and he doesn't want his full heart's not into it.
That's right.
Then you get this shitstorm.
That's what I got.
That's what happened.
I got that his heart
Boring
I could
fight,
see it.
though.
Yeah, boring fight.
Neil
I'm
got
sorry.
out there. I love Neil.
I was watching. I was like, it's just I'm just bored, and I'm so bored I can't remember any of the fights.
Then there was Kavia and Esparza, which I also called as an underdog.
Yep.
I just thought Esparza, she doesn't get the UFC kind of shuns her and throws her under the rug. It's like, she was your first champ. Don't treat her like shit. She beat Rose.
Yep.
She had some time off. And Kavia, she's amazing. She's amazing. And the UFC has this rocket on her. She's going to be a star. But the world doesn't work like that. She really hasn't beat anyone who's world class.
She's just not.
That Esparza's too much too soon for her.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea.
She gave her a good fight.
She lost that fight though.
Stuff. Yeah,
I know.
she
So
did.
and
I
then
agree.
she freaked out. You see her freak out at the end.
Yeah.
Which I like the passion. People are like, "Don't be a sore loser." I like the passion.
I like the passion.
She's pissed she lost and
because
she got fucked.
She wants to win. I
Well,
like
she
when a
thought she
fighter like
won.
that. Yeah, that's when you know a fighter is going to get better because they want to win so badly and they die when they
She's
lose.
gonna be
That's
fine.
passion.
She's gonna be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, she's a.
And then
badass.
what other fights do we have on there? Bring that up, Chin. Oh, and then you got Dan Hooker, Mark Diakiese was boring as fuck.
Boring as fuck.
Khabib Edson Barboza.
Yeah. I know.
Was it the most entertaining? That's just Khabib beating the fuck out of Barboza.
That's right. Just closing, almost like I found it amazing that he just kept pressing. And by the way, walking in with his hands down a lot of times, which I was amazed at.
He just closed the distance and never just gave up. Just the pressure was
and then
insane.
just takes the legs. Every table needs your legs. And he just takes your legs. He does this thing where he just cuts you down.
Khabib is an absolute nightmare. He'd be a nightmare to fight. I think, especially if you're at 55, or 70, he's the worst matchup for anybody possible.
For anybody,
he's
right.
a nightmare because it's torture. Like I tweeted out, I said, "Man, I'd much rather just get murked by Francis than fight Khabib.
Just because
Khabib's gonna torture you.
He's on top of you.
He's torture,
and no one can get him off. No one, not the best in the world, can't do anything about it.
And they say he's never lost a round in practice. He's never lost a round in professional fighting. He's never lost a round in sambo.
It's so sick.
They say he gives Luke Rockhold, DC, King Velasquez all they can handle.
That's crazy.
Whenever he spars them, has never lost a round with any of those guys.
That's fucking crazy.
But, yeah, and I'm on this Khabib train. I think Khabib's amazing. He just needs to fight more. He'll be a superstar. His only thing, he needs to fight more. But beating Edson Barboza's good. I think Barboza is a little overhyped. Name the best guy Barboza's beat. Whenever he's faced like the tip of the spear, he's lost every fight. But
he beat did he beat Cowboy? No,
Cowboy beat him.
Cowboy beat him. That's right. He was giving it to Cowboy, and then
still lost. But anytime he's faced like the upper echelon guys, he's lost. It's the perfect fight for Khabib
because Edson's
he can just take him down.
Yeah,
well, all Edson does is a strike. So Khabib can take. So it's a good win, but it's not. I don't know. I thought he looked great, and I don't know who's going to beat Khabib. I think with Khabib, Conor, and Tony Ferguson, it's a rotating door. One matches up with one great, or one matches up with one better than the other matchup. But it just depends on the night. So
you're calling. I think Khabib is just too much for Conor in terms of Conor's better striker, and that's all great. But if you don't catch him as he walks in with you, you're getting taken down, and it's a disaster.
The thing that I'd like to see is if Conor could weather that storm and you go into those fourth and fifth rounds.
But how do you weather Khabib?
He's not
riding you,
just like Edson did.
He just rides you.
You don't think Conor's better on the ground than Barboza?
Keep trying to stand up.
Barboza lasted all 5 rounds.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry, all 3 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah,
granted, God, 30-20.
By the way, that's when you have Khabib on you for 3 rounds. Let's see how you do on the 4th and 5th. Like you got to have. You have to be somebody's got to blood dope you right there on the 4th round. I don't think anybody can deal with it. I really don't. I don't know how you deal with a guy who's wearing you like a sweater the whole fucking time.
Khabib, well, I'll tell you who could deal with this, Tony Ferguson. He has better cardio, and if you take him down, it's no picnic.
That's what I want to watch.
Elbows, triangles, his guard's nasty, he's longer, he's very good off his back. But see, so I think Tony matches up really well with Khabib. I think Conor matches up well with Tony. I think it's a rotating door.
Really?
I think Khabib's the toughest guy to beat out of all of them.
Yes.
Like if there's percentages, Khabib's at the top of that hill. He's going to be a nightmare to beat. You got to hopefully catch him. Percentage of catch him is not good. And then Tony and Conor have their holes. But when they match up, it's not a bad matchup for Conor.
Yeah.
Either way,
can you explain, though? I know it's probably impossible, but I don't like, this is one of those amazing things with Khabib where I don't see what he's doing, but obviously he's doing everything. Like, I can't see it. I can just see him, like, he's grabbing your legs, he's riding, his hips are on you.
Once you get an underhook, it's over.
That's
give
what I'm
him
saying.
Any underhooks, it's
Once
over.
he gets underhooks, it's
He's been
over.
doing sambo since he was 2.
And Greco, right? Is that what it is?
It's sambo. You're not. He's just the best of the world.
There's just 1,000 things he does.
So when he went against who's the wrestler? Hold on, it'll come to me. He was an NAI world champion. I'm sorry, national champion. He shot on him 24 times. Took him down 21 times, and he was NAIA national champ.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Trejo.
Yeah, Abel Trejo?
Abel Trejo was an NAI national champ. When Khabib fought him in the UFC, he took him down, ready, 21 times. Like the guy's never even seen a wrestling ring.
I can't take it.
He's like, oh, American wrestling. Oh, very cool. I'm going to shoot 24 times, take down 21 times. It's the most ever in a fight.
He's from Dagestan? Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
Those fucking Azerbaijan, Dagestan, Armenia, that whole area, Iran, Turkey, they just wrestle.
I would have see. I thought obviously he was going to beat Edson. He was my lock on the card. If you're going to put your money on anyone, you put on Khabib in that fight, just matchup wise. But I think if Khabib's biggest opportunity was what was he going to do? We knew he was going to win. What was he going to do in the mic afterwards? He didn't rip the greatest promo. It's really not his thing, but I wish they would have had something prepared. I wish DC could have helped them, or someone from AK could have helped them with that.
Now, do we see Tony Khabib, or do we see?
It's all on. It just depends what Conor wants to do. Conor and Khabib were talking shit on Twitter, and Conor goes, "Dude, I need people to get on a knee and beg me to fight." He goes, "Because my whiskey's coming out next month, and that's Diddy money." He goes, so to fight you, I need a legit, so it's really up to the UFC coming to terms with Conor to make it worth his while. I don't think I think Conor would, what Conor would do, you're not going to see Conor Khabib next. You're going to see Conor Tony next. Tony has the belt. Conor's not going to fight Khabib just to fucking fight him. You see Conor Tony first. If Conor's going to fight. If not, you got Tony Khabib, which I'll fucking take all day.
God, I'll take that all day.
That's an amazing fight.
Jesus.
But Conor needs to figure out what he can do so that division can move on. Because you can't have those two guys sitting there. Because what's next for Khabib is either Tony or Conor. Or don't fight anyone else. Just wait for that. But he has to fight. Khabib needs to fight.
Yeah, but I mean, can we have just an interim championship belt? It's not fair what Conor's doing.
You have one.
I know, but hey, Conor.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do with it.
You make the Ferguson Khabib fight. You just do it.
They tried before. They've been trying to do it.
He's got to make weight. He'll make weight.
Well, yeah, we're not even worried about that. But you just gotta, you gotta wait to see what Conor does.
For those guys. But.
Yeah, super frustrating. And then Cyborg Holly Holm.
Yeah. Holly lasted all 5 rounds. I saw I want to get your take because I saw the, highlights, and she was giving her the what for, but she not
kind
really,
of. I was surprised at some of the comments online where people thought Holly was doing better. I thought Holly, she wasn't putting combos together great. Her stick and move was kind of working. Chris Cyborg's so good, man. She's just so good. She's so good. They would exchange shots, and Chris just hit so much harder. Holly would wear it, and when Holly would land, Chris would just walk through it. She's just bigger. She's a better striker.
It's better.
She's just better. Yeah. And I just thought Chris came on like a storm. Just started.
No one's really in her. No one's in her.
There's no one close. The only fight you really have is Megan Anderson.
What about that? She's a big gal, man. Megan Anderson.
No one's beating Cyborg, man.
Nobody's beating Cyborg.
No one's beating Cyborg. The bummer is Holly Holm's team or something went on social media.
About
was like
being transgender.
Yeah, I mean, show a little class, man.
Come on, guys. I like that Donald Cerrone was like that. I've been training with them forever. I don't support that shit.
He tweeted that out.
Yeah,
that's not cool. That's
just
some moron too. Runs their social media. He's a photographer. Just some dumbass. And then they tried defending it, going, "Oh, well, in the locker room they were laughing at Holly from a picture of
on the bus."
Yeah, I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Give me a fucking break. Chris Cyborg is somebody worthy of a great deal of respect.
Hold on. She's the greatest female fighter of all time.
Yeah. How about a little fucking...
Name someone better.
Correct.
Name someone better.
Correct.
She's the greatest female fighter of all time.
But people want to believe that it's all because she's a dude or something.
Doesn't work. Those don't work. I know, steroids in women is different than men. Stop all that. Will you watch an Alistair Overeem fight? Will you watch a Vitor Belfort fight?
Preach.
Will you watch any John Jones? Will you watch any of these guys who've been buzzed before? And do you boo them when they walk out?
Exactly.
PDs are PDs. Well, it changed their dynamics. You don't think it changed Alistair Overeem's dynamics? You don't think he's been on more fucking gear than fucking any average Joe at Gold's Gym?
You're 100%
You don't think it changed his DNA and his structure?
100%.
Oh, well, it's the only... Well, she's been tested more any female fighter on the roster and seems to pass it with flying colors.
It's because she has a very strong
because she doesn't look like Paige Van Zandt. She doesn't look like Ronda. Okay, that's fine. Well, guess what? She doesn't look like them. And guess what? She's the best female fighter on the planet.
She's awesome.
Why do you think that is?
And she works her ass off, And
I don't get the hate. I thought Holly did great. I gave her maybe 1 round, 2 if I'm being super fucking friendly. And I love Holly, but maybe 1 round. But Chris looked amazing, man.
Too good.
Amazing.
And different, too. From what I saw, she looked like she wasn't beelining. She was kind of like...
I told you she was going to do that. She doesn't fight like that anymore, man.
Amazing.
She has that new Perillo, her boxing coach. He's a wizard. I think he's the best in the game. And notice, too, in the 5th round, not tired in the least bit.
No.
You want to go 5 rounds, Cyborg? Enjoy this.
God damn.
She looked great, man. The head kick was there for her. She was landing. It was nice. Holly, she's never going to beat Chris Cyborg.
Is there any woman out there?
I don't know what they do with her. I really don't. Amanda Nunes is talking about she wants to win her. I would love a super fight. Amanda Nunes Cyborg would be amazing.
That would be pretty wild. Amanda Nunes is a badass. But yeah, she's a big gal. She probably walks at what, 165?
Not like Cyborg. She's not the same structure as Cyborg.
She ain't, huh?
She'd have some trouble.
She can throw though.
I love Amanda Nunes, dude.
Yeah.
I love the fight.
No, huh? You say no. You're her manager.
I'd like to see Khabib Cyborg. That's what I'd like to see. I don't know what you do with her. I don't know. It's gonna be tough because she's so much better than everyone. You just have her fight Holly like every other weekend, like it's fucking Arlovsky, Tim Sylvia. What do you do? There's no one in that division. You got to grow it. So who knows? I'm sure someone will step up. Some poor soul.
I think we'll look back on Cyborg and feel that she was treated very unfairly.
Well, think about it, and this is all in the past. I hate bringing up old shit. Why bring up old shit, Brendan? But, when Cyborg was doing her thing and Dana goes, oh, she's Vanderlei Silva with braids. Like that narrative, when that goes to the masses, and then people go, oh, we can't shit on her. Look, her boss is doing it.
Yeah, and how do you think it makes her feel, like physically?
That's the thing. So when she was on here on my show, the Big Brown Break, she's in tears, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she goes, I just want to be treated fair, man.
Yeah,
like,
what a
not
surprise.
nice to me.
She just wants to be fair. And
you got to remember,
make fun of her face, and you make fun of her.
She is a girl, man. She's a female.
She's a woman, and
she's sensitive,
and she's an artist.
She sees that stuff.
Fucking,
man.
Yeah. She's as good as it gets. Like
so when Dana says that stuff, I know it's in the past and he's apologized and he's obviously moved on and she's the world champion now. But when the head guy goes, oh, it's free range on Cyborg, go ahead, fellas. Well, then you get the internet trolls. Remember, negativity loves company. So they all jump on board together because all their lives suck. So then they direct it at Cyborg.
And instead of looking
it's
at
worked
the
out
effort,
for her,
the effort it takes to be that good.
It's worked out for her, though. But yeah, overall, the card I thought sucked
Man,
balls.
it was a snooze. A snooze.
You're going to get a yellow starburst every now and then.